maybe there is a little bit of an element of truth in it somewhere. If an alien comes, it's such a fantastic thing. Something absolutely new entered our life.
Somewhere in the cosmos, perhaps, intelligent life may be watching these lights of ours, aware of what they mean. Or do our lights wander a lifeless cosmos? Unseen beacons, announcing that here, on one rock, the universe discovered its existence. There is no bigger question. It's time to commit to finding the answer to search for life beyond Earth.
Those behind the initiative claim it will be the biggest scientific search ever undertaken for signs of intelligent life beyond the Earth. They plan to cover 10 times more sky than previous programmes and scan 5 times more of the radio spectrum 100 times faster. For decades, humanity has speculated about the prospect of making contact with alien civilizations. Would they invade, or would they become our friends? And if we did get a signal from another world, what should we do?
The Tibetan Himalayas. In this harsh, desolate region of the world stands a mountain sacred to billions of people, the distinctive peak of Mount Kailash.
Mount Kailash in western Tibet is a remarkable peak. It rises some 22,000 feet, pretty much straight up. It's seen somewhat conical from one side, or like a pyramid from another.
Mount Kailash is believed to be home of Shiva. He is supposed to reside on top of Mount Kailash. Because of that, it is sacred.
Dr. Ernst Moldyshev, a prominent Russian eye surgeon, has led 21 expeditions examining some of the most remote regions on the planet. In 1999, he spent a month at Mount Kailash studying its structure. What he found led him to put forth a controversial theory, one that suggests Mount Kailash may be much more than just the mythological home of Shiva.
Dr. Ernst Moldyshev led an expedition of Russian scientists to Mount Kailash, and he observed that its apex, its peak, highly resembles a man-made pyramid, and began to develop the theory that in fact the apex of Kailash is man-made or perhaps made by extraterrestrials as the home of Shiva.
This is a huge pyramid, the largest pyramid in the world. It is in fact very similar to a step pyramid.
We'll have to do it that way. But there seems to be much more to it. For those of you who saw it, you clearly saw that the nature of that mountain and the surrounding mountains is very, very different. Clearly, distinctly, even for a layperson, it is distinctly visible to see. This is almost steel-like. It's like almost metallic kind of stone. The rest of it is all brown, like mortar. When I say mortar, it is like molten soil. Soil has melted, but the rock has not melted. So you see huge brown mountains with all pebbles and rocks sticking in it. It looks like concrete, like man-made concrete, because the soil has melted and the rock has not melted. If the soil has not melted and rock has not melted, for some reason, for whatever reason, the temperatures must have hit somewhere between 800 to 1100 degrees centigrade. Then the soil melts and the rock won't melt. If temperature crosses 12 to 1400 degrees, the rock will also melt. So something happened there which took the temperatures between 800 to 1100. If a volcano happened, the temperatures will be way beyond. The rock melts and flows. That's what we call as lava or whatever, molten rock. If a meteorite landed the temperatures usually touch 3,000 to 4,000 degrees centigrade, everything melts and there should be a huge crater. Such a thing didn't happen. So the theory could be that something landed but managed to land gently and created only 800 to 1,000 degrees, where the soil melted but the rock did not melt. Or somebody managed to land a huge mountain of a meteorite gently. If somebody managed to land a meteorite gently, that's something else.
Pilgrims go to Kailash to absorb the energy of the mountain. What I personally felt near Mount Kailash, I felt some energy. I usually do not feel energy. I do not have psychic powers, but I felt it.
Is it possible that there really is some sort of energy emanating from Mount Kailash? Ancient astronaut theorists say yes, and suggest that considering the strange anomalies and the legends that warn against ascending the peak, Mount Kailash may be radioactive. As further evidence, they point to a drawing that was discovered in the Magao caves of western China, approximately 600 miles north of Mount Kailash.
Between 500 BC and 1500 AD, Buddhists stashed away over 50,000 manuscripts in the Magao cave system. These went undiscovered until Oral Stein, a Hungarian-born British researcher, came there in 1907 and rediscovered the cave. Hidden among these manuscripts was an incredible diagram. It's from a 2nd century manuscript, and it's of Mount Meru, the cosmic axis or stairway to heaven of the Buddhist and Hindu tradition. Mount Meru is readily identified as a representation of Mount Kailash. The thing about this diagram is that it appears to be highly technological.
Ancient astronaut theorists suggest that this diagram appears incredibly similar to a modern-day particle accelerator, the type used to power a nuclear reactor. Could Mount Kailash contain the ultimate physical evidence of an earlier advanced civilization here on Earth? Ancient astronaut theorists suggest that the truth about our past may be uncovered by taking a closer examination of Shiva and what he truly represents.